What famous person has done something incredibly heinous, but has often been overlooked? Marcos Alonso, left back for Chelsea FC, was drink driving, and got his passenger killed. Should have gone to prison, paid €61,000, and is often brushed under the rug. Bear in mind, when considering his fine was €61,000, that he is paid in excess of €110,000 per week. Famed musician, John Phillips of the 60s folk rock group, Mamas and Papas, supposedly had a 10-year incestuous relationship with his actress daughter, Mackenzie Phillips. He also shot her up, for the first time when she was like 12. And gave her multiple other drugs. Didn't he also have her in a boarding school in Europe, and simply stop paying the bills, and forget about her? Coco Chanel was a big supporter of the Nazi Party. Coco Chanel was a member, not just a supporter, and went into hiding following the war, before re-emerging later to rebuild her empire. She also fired her entire staff when they demanded worker rights. No one talks about this ever. Tyga was banging a 16-year Jenner spawn, and didn't care who knew about it. I remember watching the interviews, and he didn't give a shit, she was 16. It's crazy, how many famous people like young girls. Lol, he wrote a whole song about it. John Stamos admitted in Jane magazine to tricking a girl into having sex with his friend. He bragged that he started making out with this girl in a dark room, got up to brush his teeth, and then let his friend go in and have sex with her. No one mentions it. Some dirtbags just get a pass, I guess. What the fuck? That's pretty much rape. It is. She consented to sex with the first person, not the second. Karl Malone, ex-NBA player, impregnated a 13-year-old girl, while he was 20 in college. Did not have a relationship with the kid. His son Demetrius later grew up to play in the NFL. I lived in Ruston, Louisiana, for a time, the same town he lives in, and a lot of people in town have stories about how much of a miserable asshole he is. Guess, he could never get over not being able to beat MJ. I'd like to take a moment to point out that all Pee Wee Herman did was masturbate in a porn theater. So, fuck your smug righteousness, Sarasota, Florida. According to Wikipedia, he was convicted of having child pornography several years later. However, the photos were nudes of teens, that were part of a 17,000-piece vintage gay erotica collection, and were purchased at auction, as part of a lot that the actor may not have even gone through. As a collector of weird shit, who occasionally purchases lots without fully inspecting every piece, I feel like that could actually be true. Boy George. He captured and tortured someone. Chained him in his room. I believe he only served a short sentence. 4 months, according to Wikipedia, and then a reality show tried to hire him, while he was still on parole, but the court denied the request to be on TV, because it would undermine people's confidence in the justice system. Right. That's gonna be the thing to undermine our confidence in the justice system. Ted Kennedy, brother to John F. Kennedy, drove his car off a bridge, and left a woman in it to die. Went home, got some sleep, and called police in the morning. No charges, served in the U.S. Senate, until he died. Learning about Chappaquiddick is like, wow, what the fuck? I guess those Kennedys must have paid everyone off pretty well to forget about the murderer, among them rotting in a jail cell somewhere. And then you find out good old Ted got to live out the rest of his life as a U.S. Senator, and you lose what little hope you had left in the world. Joyce Carol Oates wrote a really incredible fictionalization of this incident called Black Water. I don't know how overlooked this is, but Kevin Spacey, and the fact that 4 witnesses have died, who were supposed to testify against him, in his sexual assault case. That's just shady. No wonder he was so good in House of Cards. Holy shit, what? Source on the deaths: never heard anything about this before. Steven Tyler got custody of his 14-year-old girlfriend, so she could go on tour with Aerosmith, and be together. Her parents consented. Wow, that's some real nasty shit. What kinda sick parents would allow that? Just everyone, that's what the Church of Scientology. An organization known for their shitty and psychotic practices. From Tom Cruise to John Travolta. They're all ignored, because they're A-list actors, even though they're involved in a goddamn cult. Where's Shelley, David? Yeah, Elizabeth Moss is a major one, as well. So many people seem shocked to find out that she's a Scientologist. Yeah, I stopped watching Handmaid's Tale when I found out. She's related to Danny Masterson, another cult member and rapist. It killed me to find out Jason Lee was a Scientologist. I loved My Name is Earl.